Hi everyone and welcome back to the WARNO Monthly Tournament for February from SD League. Today we have Meddi and Sotek. Meddi playing on the right as the 5th Panzer Division, and over on the left in red we have Sotek playing as the 79th. So we have tanks versus tanks. An early SU-25 anti-tank coming in here, and a couple of early choppers will be good. Oh, Meddi has spotted it though and got his troops out of their vehicle straight away. That's a good shout. Roland is coming in, will be helpful. Lux taking fire immediately from the SU-25s though. Both Lux dead. It's an early loss. Lots of fire going on these infantry now from the Mi-24V. Plenty of stuff coming around this way for Meddi though, but will be coming up against... Oh, actually, the Mi-8 MTA doesn't actually have anything to fire with, but it is just recon. Alpha Jet coming in with rockets to go for the Mi-8, and another one going in for the Mi-24. Will come up against that Osa though. SU-25 turning around and going for ground targets again. No, it is going for the Alpha Jet. Gets a couple of good hits on the Alpha Jet. Doesn't get the kill though. I think it's going to get out intact. Another SU-25 coming in. The other Alpha Jet, unfortunately, dead in the ground up there. A little bit of early air combat. The Mi-8 looks like it's going to be shot down by these vehicles. The SU-25 AT, though, will do some damage as it comes in. Is going straight for the Martyrs. Well, that's unlucky. He did deploy the forces inside the Martyrs, but that one was close enough to get hit by the guns of the SU-25, which are quite strong. Currently it is +2 to Meddi because he has control of the back 3 points, or the back 2 points and the point up at the top here. Command is rolling into this point for Sotek though. Very good use of a couple of choppers and the SU-25 early by Sotek to maintain control of Alpha and the town. Obviously, ideally Meddi would like to get in there first, but good positioning there with those choppers. On the other hand, a lot more has gone up here for Meddi. He's got a better spread around the place. Though those Conkers look awfully close to that command. They are within range to hit that command, in fact. So that command, if it is seen, is in danger of being popped. Which obviously, with Sotek's command now coming up to this point, is more likely something that he will want to do. He must know the Conkers is there, perhaps, because it just fired. So Meddi might do something about that. We'll see. Depends if he saw that. So we're settling down a little bit now after that initial engagement. I don't think any of the SU-25s got taken out there. So mostly I would now expect Meddi to perhaps try and push in this point from this side. Or perhaps be a little bit more assertive and aggressive at the top here. These Conkers are firing at something. I don't know what they're firing at. Let's have a look. Do we... No, they did appear to be... I think they were firing at the Lux up there. That's what they were firing at. Milan here engaging on what I think was a tank there. Zoom in and have a look. I missed that, I'm afraid. Yes, it was a little tank. Likely a T-62. There's one here as well. Sotek being a little bit assertive here, pushing up quite far to the front, but will meet all of these forces from Meddi, and Meddi will be able to dispatch these reasonably easily, I would think. Alpha Jet rocket attack coming in. How much do these cost these days? It always 120. It's not bad, even if you lose a couple early doors. He does have the Osa to worry about. The anti-air missiles here are still remaining, 2 of 4. Oh, Osa gets the kill. Alpha Jet's not having a good day in the game today. I see 2580 coming in. I assume going for something. No, it's peeling off. I wondered if it was going for something here. Strelke, I think, killed the Marder that was there. Anti-air jet just lingering around the back there. Unfortunately, will turn away from the SU-25. SU-25 coming in and dealing... Oh. Roland 3s annihilating that SU-25. Wow. Unfortunately, Zischerungs are all that remain here. They don't have any anti-tank. Oh, F4F doing an amazing job at seriously damaging those Motostrelki with his main gun. I didn't actually expect it to do that much damage. It is, however, going to be flying over the Osa here. Osa is out of missiles, however. The Mi-24, not so much. And up here, there is another recon chopper there. I'm not sure what this is planning to attack. I'm just holding shift on it to see if it's got an attack marker, but it doesn't actually have one. Zisharung should win this fight now because there's only 2 Motostrelki left. And there are some Pioneer Ambusts moving in now. Obviously currently +2 to Sotek, and he has just pushed past in the points. And 48 being used for a little bit of fire support there does finish off. No! I think the building just collapsed that they were in, and now they're stood on top of each other. The Motostrelki are still there. They're just hidden behind the Zisharungs. You can change the settings for units so that things aren't hidden like that. I think you can have them stack. T62 even, going up against the M48s here. T62, a better tank really in the grand scheme of things. What we got on front armor wise. So we got 10 front armor, 85 point tank versus 5 front armor, and obviously it has also got the whole reservist trait. So not, but it did win. I don't know if the Jaguar got the kill there, but the T62 is dead. That was unexpected. I was very much expecting that one of these M48s was going to die in that situation. T80 BV moving up there. That will pose more of a threat, I should imagine. Though, honestly, I expected the T62 to pose more of a threat than it did. Jaguar obviously not in position to get shots off at that at the moment. Let's just have a little look at its positioning. That surprises me, because it almost looked like it would be in range. Has killed one of the M48s now, though. And obviously putting down plenty of fire against the Pioneer Flams that are pushing up. Admittedly, it does look like Sotek is losing forces here. He seems to have not a huge amount in the point. But equally, Meddi's losing a lot attacking. Up here at the top, you do see a lot more reinforcements coming in up here for Sotek. He's got a good spread. He's got a tank up there ready to go. And a tank here, T80U no less. Though that is taking fire from the Jaeger Aufkul, which will be quite effective at close range. Osa's being run away from the Jaeger Aufkul as well. A very wise move. 1 or 2 squads of infantry round the back can cause all kinds of problems for you, if they're played well. Obviously, it does mean micromanaging them quite a lot. They're taking a lot of fire now, I think, from the BTR. They have killed the BTR, but the machine guns on the BTR did them a lot of damage there. Apache here about to get hit by the SU-25, I think. Apache will... Ooh. I was going to say it might kill the Spetsnaz before it dies, but the Apache does survive this pass. Another SU-25 here. F4F's coming in to deal with the SU-25. 3 F4F anti-airs now. Meddi has quite a few of them. Not been afraid to bring in aircraft this game. Has lost a couple, though. It has lost another one there. I think that's the first F4F loss. Ooh. MiG-31Ms. 2 of them in. 1 of them down already. They are really, really good at long range, but they are no good at dogfighting. So calling them out when the F4Fs are on top of you is obviously a big risk. They're more long-range units. And as we saw there, the F4F did get the kill. This F4F taking fire from the anti-air units down here. Alpha Jet Rocket, however, has killed the Osa that was there. And no longer any anti-air here, so I would imagine we'll see some more being brought in. F4F taking out something at the back as well. This is trying to evac now. It's an Alpha Jet Rocket. Good use of aircraft by both players here. Obviously, very good use by Sotek early game. Cub and an Osa coming in now. Sotek means business against these aircraft. The F4F needs to get out of there. Cub will do a serious amount of damage if it hits. Oh, it missed. I'm surprised that's still on the map. Marker gone down here against that Osa. Osa is being pulled back, though. I think there's enough here defending still. I'm wondering how Meddi is going to push this. Currently, +2 to Sotek. Apologies, I didn't mean to turn the screen there. There's lots of fun little skirmishes in this game. Well, I'm trying to spot the bigger move. A little bit of movement here from Meddi. He is pushing up the M48, but there are two very heavy T80s here. Apache will be helpful against those, but unfortunately it's Apache rocket, so it doesn't have toes, or hellfires I should say. It will, however, stun. It has the advantage that it can stun down tanks. And if these M48s get close enough, they should do damage, but I don't think they're going to get that close. Do they actually count as kinetic? I think they do. They do count as kinetic, so if they can get up close and personal, they will do damage. I always have to double check, because sometimes they change things, and I worry I'm not up to date, because they have been doing a lot of patches lately. Not sure what that was specifically targeting, though, to be honest. Tornado cluster coming in. I assume that is going for a tank. Question is, which tank? Oh, the MiG-31 is in. That is how a MiG-31 is to be used. Long range coming in from the side of the map to hit those bombers as they come in. Very nice from Sotek. That is where the MiG-31 shines. Those long-range engagements where it doesn't have to get into a dogfight because it's only got those long-range missiles, remember. It doesn't have any short-range, sidewinder-type missiles, and it doesn't have a main cannon. It is purely relying on those missiles. Currently neutralized, as Sotek has had to pull his command out of that point due to the threat from those tanks. Could possibly push it back in now. Artillery here, I'm not entirely sure what this artillery is firing. It's firing at this area here. I don't know if that's because... Can he see that area? Is what is sort of in my head. He obviously knows there's something there. I think that chopper's hovering, so he's not hitting that. Not doing a huge amount of damage right now. Some more M48s coming in down here. Roland 3 at the top. Obviously, Sotek's still ahead right now. We'll get the win. Unless there is a push from Meddi. And this is a difficult point now in the game where there's plenty of reinforcements in for both players. Lots more coming in here for Sotek. G25 coming in. Going for the Leopard, I would have assumed. Leopard has smoked preemptively. Roland's getting a couple of shots off. One hits. Off the jet rocket lingering around the back. Plenty of reinforcements coming in here now. The Leopard 2A3 will be very useful at pushing this point. Obviously poses a big threat to that T80. Sapri here with the satchel charges won't do a huge amount to these tanks. The Conkers, however, will. Conker's only one missile left. Misses with its first one. There is some supply here, though, so they can be resupplied. I expect we're about to see that happen. That is a very lucky escape. Twice for that M48 tank. Leopard 105 command coming in the bottom here. I think with the intention of hopefully getting in this bottom corner. Pioneer Armbrust, a good unit to bring in for anti-tank duties, but we'll have to get up close and try and get a side shot on this T-80 to do serious damage. Mi-80 rocket attack coming in as well. Good use of artillery by Meddi for some harassment on the buildings at the front here, trying to chase those infantry out. Just to open up that gap a bit, a T-80U has arrived on the scene, and 2 T-62s. Quite a few tanks for defense now. Will make life hard for Meddi pushing in here. Up at the top, the command is obviously back in. We are back to +2 for Sotek at the moment, heading towards halfway points to winning the game. And we are also rapidly heading towards the halfway point of time of this game. Obviously, everything can change. It really depends if Sotek can hold. He is pushing out again here. He's trying to maintain a good push at this bottom corner to keep Meddi's forces back. I think earlier the hope was to hold this forest area here and keep Meddi sort of across this open terrain. But that has proven difficult, and Meddi's done a good job of pushing back in there. Meddi not bringing in too much at the top now, and there's a reasonable defensive wall for Sotek. He's not bringing in too much at the top either now. He's refocused his attention down at the bottom in Alpha. One of these times, I actually feel like Meddi's going to end up killing that Mi-24. He's getting some shots on it. Zisharung trying to sneak around the bottom there, but taking fire from the T-62s. As I say, this is a good defensive wall for Sotek. With the Alpha Jet on the way in. Here's the MiG-31. Misses. 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 Misses again. Final one hits. That's it out of missiles, though. I'm so confused. The Alpha Jet went down. It must be the OSA that got it. I didn't even see the missile coming from the OSA, but it must be the OSA. Got it from the back. I just saw it die, and I was like, but there were no missiles left in the MiG-31. It must be the OSA that got it. Commiserations, Meddi. I thought you'd got away with that. Good little push from Meddi here, but taking a lot of fire from multiple sides. Pushing up his tanks now to assist. BTR-60 coming up there will cause havoc for those Zisharungs once more, but the M48... M48 is busy firing at these things over here. Oh, I thought the M48 might just get a side hit on the T-62. It will not, and it will likely lose this fight. Roland gets one of the choppers. Roland, however, taking fire now from those T-62s. I think we are possibly seeing an all-in maneuver here from Meddi. He's pushing from both sides of this point. Smoke has been placed in here, I think, to stop these forces shooting out at the attacking force. But admittedly, Meddi has lost a lot of his attacking units already. Sotek doing a very good job at being aggressive here. I mean, you almost need something to clear this area out, like a big carpet bomber or something. M48s, however, pushing across the centre here, putting some serious pressure on those BMP-2s, but the BMP-2s obviously do have anti-tank missiles. Have managed to kill one of the M48s. M48 sort of winning this fight. Conker's firing again here. Conker's getting another kill from the BMP-2. Two M48s remain, but still the majority of Sotek's forces remain intact down here. He has lost... No, he hasn't. The T80U is back there. I thought for a second he'd lost it, but it is back there. I think he's lost probably one T64. Sorry, T62. Definitely cracking up today. It's Sunday. Please excuse me. H25 coming in. Anti-tank again. Leopard Command pushing in here. Can it be seen by anything? It can probably be seen by that PKM. And the T80... No, the T8U I don't think can see it. The T8U is firing at the M48. Which is being shot by the tanks and the BMP-2 up there. But currently, +2 to Meddi, as there is no command in this point. And there is one coming in. I was going to say, Sotek will immediately buy a command, and there it is. Cluster bomber coming in here. What's it going for? It does get its bombs away. Can it get the T80U? Oh, does not get the kill. Does a bit of damage. Does a lot of cohesion damage, but unfortunately that is all. T80U is a sturdy beast. Leo 2A3 pushing in now. Leopard pulled out again for Meddi. Stocky BMP heading towards it rapidly. Will likely make short work of it with their RPG. Yeah, one hit. A second hit will do it. I think it's smoked and it will reverse. Will the Motostocky let it get away? They will, as they've gone south instead. They were almost in range to shoot at it again. Leo 2A3 at the top here. Another further back. Currently +2, but Sotek with that point advantage at over 1,000 right now. Meddi ticking up slowly. And that's about to switch back round to +2 for Sotek. SU-25 is down. Both players losing plenty in these skirmishes here, and the fight for this bottom point has seen a lot of losses. T80 BVK command tank coming in as well, just to ensure that this point is not lost. F4Fs take out another chopper. Will now be evac'd with OSAs shooting at them. Just a single OSA left there for air defense. But it's certainly enough. Meddi still holding out here, still being aggressive as he can be, but Sotek equally holding out with his defensive line. Lots of fire going into this corner, trying to snipe that command, but he's pulled it right back into that tiny little corner. Just over 16 minutes left of this game, and it's looking like it's swung completely to Sotek's favour right now. But we have seen these things turn around before, so we never say never. Sometimes a cheeky command can make all the difference in this game, but the points lead of Sotek is pretty big right now. It'll take quite a while to make that up at +2, and even longer if this just goes neutral first for a while. Sotek being reasonably aggressive in his defensive posturing here, really wants to retake this forest area, as I said early in the game, is what he was aiming for, to stop Meddi being able to come in and pin him back to this line here. And obviously this is one of the issues with Alpha, is once someone holds it, it's really difficult to push back in. And that's why often it is the point that everybody has a big fight over at the start. MiG-31 gets another kill. Some nice airplay in this game, and some nice anti-air play. We've seen some good maneuvers from both the MiG-31 and the F4F anti-air jets. I think Meddi is in trouble here. He's getting pushed further and further back. Leo 2A3 has arrived. There's two Leo 2A3s up here. Unfortunately not engaging anything at the moment. I almost wish they were down here assisting. That Leo 2A3 is already badly damaged. 4 pips off it. Smoke out for, I assume, the Leopard. Could have been the Jaguar as well. Field Jaeger coming in now. Marder, Milan coming in as well. Not really any movement at the top for a long, long time. And you know, in retrospect, looking at it, Sotek doesn't have a huge amount of defense there now. He actually doesn't have a big tank up here. He is bringing in a couple of T-62s, but he doesn't actually have any T-80s left. So that Leo 203 would probably actually have provided some threat to Sotek at the moment. Obviously, poor Meddi doesn't know that. The beauty of being able to watch these games back is we can see everything. Artillery fire against those conkers and things there. But Meddi indeed now pretty much pulled back to this line here, which is exactly what I think Sotek wanted from the start of this game. Still +2 with 13 minutes left of this game. And it has been a challenging one for poor Meddi. Well, he's fought hard to try and get back in that point. Did very well at pushing Sotek back and managing to get the command in and take the point for a while. Smoke coming in now. Is this in preparation for another push? Very possibly. Do see these MG troops moving up. Another OSA brought in. There's a cub there as well now. There are plenty of defense here for Sotek. Marder's coming in and a Leo 2A3. There is the push happening here. I did wonder if it was going to happen. Meddi had to make a move, because Sotek was going to win on points before the time was up. So Meddi had to make a move. And this is that move. The T-62s are there now, so they are defending. There's a Lars 2 in. I'm quite curious to see what this does. Now, the Lars is an anti-tank unit, technically. I think it's been retargeted, possibly at those tanks. Yes, it has. Leopard 2A3 will pose a big threat to those, but they are taking fire from the side now by the PMP-2. Here's the Lars firing again. Can it get a good hit on these tanks? I think that was hit by the Leo 2A3 there. The Lars unfortunately won't get the finishing blow. It's so unpredictable how the Lars is going to behave. SU-25 anti-tank coming in for that Leopard. Here's the missile. There's the shots. The smoke is out. Bit of damage to the Leo 2A3, but it will survive. Rafed Kasapri there, but they won't do much damage to the Leopard 2A3. Currently points are neutralized, as I say. That will drag things out. But right now, Sotek so far ahead with 10 minutes to go. And seemingly, this area is now cleared of Sotek's units. I'm not even sure how that happened. I think Sotek just pulled back. Maybe so he can refocus his attention up here. Lars firing still at those T-62s. Really not seeming to do anything. Leo 2A3 here. Did the other Leo 2A3 get killed? Oh, I think it did. Yeah, it did. It's there. The smouldering wreck. Possibly the Conkers finished it off. Possibly the T-62s. I'm not sure. I didn't see what got the final blow. Smoke going in here for another push from Meddi. He does have these two Leo 2A3s here. We will be up against the T-80s, which have shifted up to this position, including the command tank. Cluster coming in. What's it going for? I think it's going for the command tank. This might be a good strike. Beautiful strike. Does not get the finishing blow, though. has done some serious damage. Nine minutes left of this match. Meddi did a really good push at the top. Managed to get the command out of there. Command sat waiting to go back in though. Two commands in this point at the bottom. Obviously significant damage done to the tank. Leopard still pushing up. Smoke going down to provide more cover. Obviously that equally can sometimes aid the defenders because the tanks are on their own. They don't have any infantry with them. Command being rushed into this point now. Currently +2 again to Sotek. Command has been killed by the Conquerors at the front. These guys obviously getting very close. Will take fire from the T-80UD there, the BMP-2. And also, once it gets in range here, the Motor Strelky will be able to fire their rocket at it. One Leo 203 is down. Leopard 185 command being pushed up here. Will take a shot. Oh, BMP-1 misses with his missile. Grad is in now. Not something we see very often. Currently remains +2 to Sotek. I think it's very possible this game is definitely over already. Meddi has fought really hard to try and get back in these points and take this one at the top completely. But the amount of effort and the amount of losses on both sides down here will probably be pretty big. Quite curious what the kills and losses are in this. I'll be surprised if there's a huge gap, but I imagine that Sotek will have edged it out. Certainly got quite a lot of air kills. Leopard command tank is in. Will take fire from the BMP Strelky. And there's a T-80UD here, which currently is stuck in smoke. Points neutralized, but with 7 minutes left. It's a lot for Meddi to catch up on, and I just don't think it's going to happen. S25AT coming in. Will take fire from the Rolands and is killed before the FOF gets in. FOF, however, taking fire from the Cubs. And the OSAs, and it is dead. MiG-31M's also in to engage it. Commiserations, Meddi. You played a hard-fought game. Well done for getting back in that bottom point a couple of times. But well done to Sotek. Really well defended on that bottom point. Nice, aggressive defense as well. Not just sitting back and holding the line. Actually pushing out from time to time. Forcing Meddi back. Forcing the engagement. I think it paid off in the grand scheme of things. Lars being fired at this back corner along with artillery to try and kill that command. Unfortunately, the Lars just very, very, very disappointing still. Just doesn't seem to do much in this game at all. Need to see if that's been changed in the most recent patch, because I suspect this was in the previous patch. Leo 105. Command stood there. Very stalwart attempt to hold, but is about to get whacked by that T-80. And there it goes. One hit, one kill. A very definitive end to the game there. Meddi still bringing in reinforcements. Fighting till the bitter end. Once again is most of the way across this point, but unfortunately has lost his command here. No idea what killed that, but he has lost his command at top. Currently +4 to Sotek. With just over 5 minutes to go. Sotek will take the game. But what a fun battle between these two. And kudos to Meddi. He has fought on. Even right till the bitter end. Shame about the Lars. And to be fair, the Grad hasn't done very much either. Rocket artillery still a bit funny in WARNO. Smoke going down to aid all of these infantry coming in. Leo 203 pushing up as well. We'll go up against the UD. UD already got a shot off. Oh, Leo 203 is dead. Took a missile to the side pretty much from the Conkers there. Smoke is going down, but a little bit late for the Leopard 203s. A hard-fought game, Meddi. Really well played. But congratulations to Sotek. May actually push to the 2,000 point mark to take the game. Meddi going for never give up, never surrender. And to be fair, it's also a good way to practice your attacking if you just keep going. And there it goes with 4 minutes left. Victory awarded to Sotek. You know, a little bit of difference in kills to losses. But as I thought, Meddi killed plenty as well when he was attacking. So Sotek was taking plenty of losses there. Early game, the SU-25 did a really good job. The OSA getting so many kills on Alpha Jets and also a few choppers. SU-25 doing a really good job again. T-80, T-80. I mean, I'm never surprised by T-80s doing well. Conker's got a few kills there. T-80s, oh, I mean, they're T-80s. Big tanks always do reasonably well. Roland getting a few kills there. 3 SU-25 ATs to that Roland. Milan getting a few kills. Roland again getting a few choppers. Leopard 2A3 getting kills as expected. And the same again. The Par 1 got a few kills. Not something we see too often. Leo 2A3 and the Marder not doing too badly down there in the Milan as well. Well played, guys. That was a really fun game. Lots of these fun little skirmishes in this game. Really enjoyed that. Really hard fought, Meddi. Looking forward to game number 2 tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. There will be more WARNO and various other games as the week goes on.